Welcome, have a seat, and let's do our makeup. I have my makeup in these two makeup bags, which I feel is low-key very minimalistic of me. And if you see me looking this way, I'm just referring to my mirror. Yeah. Before, I used to love using liner for my eyebrows, but something changed when I discovered gel. Mostly when I discovered like the darker gel, because like there's clear gel and there's darker gel. Now depending on the texture of your eyebrows. Personally, I go for darker gel just to make them a bit more, dark. But if your eyebrows are already dense and they do the thing, just opt for clear gel, which is what I'm trying to look for. So using an upward stroke, you're just gonna brush your brows with the gel. After, I just take the brush that I use for concealer and try to give the brows a bit more shape, because I shaped them going up, and now I just need to define them. Now, eyes for me is a feature that I love highlighting, but I love highlighting it low-key, chini ya maji. So what I do is take my eyeshadow palette, still Bio. I got this a while back and it's been serving me. And I love how, the top is magnetic. Now obviously you'd ask why I'm opting for shadow instead of just using liquid eyeliner. The thing is, when I use liquid eyeliner, I want it to be very precise, like very, very precise. And for my day-to-day makeup, I just don't have the time for that. That's why I opt for the eyeshadow one. It's very quick for me. So yeah, that's why I'm using this. And then when I get to the edge, I'll just a little bit, not too much. You wanna make it seem like it's natural, like it's not there. But then again, that defeats the purpose of makeup, I guess, because you want it to be seen. I don't know. I guess. I won't brush it off immediately. I'll just follow up with mascara. This is one that I got from my salonist. And then mascara typically sometimes gives you some residue, so it just basically blends in with the eyeshadow, to be honest. Like, it does. That's the first layer. I go in again depending on the amount of time that you have. Like sometimes I just leave it like this, sometimes I even forget to put on my mascara, but today we're gonna do 2 coats of mascara. For the second coat, the application is a bit different. I always want to start from this way and not combing them, but like curling them, and that's done. See how quick that was? And I feel like my lashes have gained a bit of volume. Now the next step is priming my face. I use Maybelline's these 2 primers. This is mattifying and this gives you a glowy effect. So for my day-to-day, I just opt for this. And then typically I don't intentionally prime my forehead, mainly because it's already a statement as is. So I just tend to leave it even bare, like without makeup. But whatever's left over from like the face is what I try to do the thing. I don't intentionally apply because it's already a statement by itself. Like, she's already making a statement. Then ideally the next step will be foundation, but since it's my day-to-day routine, I just opt for powder instead. I feel like that gives me the coverage that I want for a quick, easy day. For foundation, I use the Maybelline in the shade 365. First time I tested it, I've never gone back, like it works for me. So for the powder, I use the shade 362. This is the still Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me powder. This is what I just quickly dab on my face to give me a little bit of coverage, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then that's typically it for me in terms of the base. Then my concealer that I'm about to run out, stroke is currently running out. Oh my gosh. It's still Maybelline. I just can't remember because it's even faded. Everything is faded. Everything has faded away. I hope you can see the placement. Just under my eyes. And then a little bit here. And then here. And here. I have very specific placements for concealer, mainly because I've learned my face and I know what works or what doesn't. So I use that NYX setting spray. I just dab a bit of it on this concealer puff, just a little bit, and then start blending it out.
Thing is, I build up my concealer if I see that it's not giving me the effect that I want, but at least it's a bit far from where my makeup starts. We're gonna blend it this way. Child, I hope I'm making sense. I hope I am making sense.
Then remember the brush that we use for our eyebrows. I take my concealer and just dab a little bit of concealer to the brush just to edge the brows, the inside of my brows. This gives it like the lift effect from my research in statistics. That will be it. Then the most critical or the most lean part of this makeup is my blush. My go-tos for my day-to-day makeup are always this Elegal Soft Cream Matte Blush and this e.l.f. Patchy Blush. This is what I use on a regular. Yeah, it speaks for itself. So I take my setting spray and just dab a little bit for it to be kind of wet, and then I use my fingers. I'm not afraid to use my fingers because I saw the Queen Pat McGrath. She always uses her fingers, so I'm like natural applicator, you know. I really want to get into powdered blushes. I think the next blush I'll buy will be a powder blush. I want to try that out and see how it goes. Because all of the blushes I have right now are very creamy, which I do love. And then I also love just dabbing a bit of blush on my nose. Then I go in with my concealer puff to just even everything out. And we have our base. We're only left with one final thing, which is the lips. My lips, I use the Maybelline lip liner in the shade 540. It has like a pinkish, peachy vibe going on. then rub, and then I'd apply Aramis Cosmetics, and then normal lip gloss, child. This is any lip gloss that you can get, but I love this because the shine is mad. Concealer, just to line my lips. And obviously the last step, which will be setting spray. And this is my everyday makeup and no makeup look. Depending on the day or the vibe, this will take me around 5 to 10 minutes of my daily routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Pick up some few tips here and there. If you wanna see a full glam, like us going into the full glam makeup, please let me know. I can do that maybe if I have an occasion lined up. Actually, no, every day is an occasion. So if you wanna see that, please let me know so I can film it. And yeah, this is my everyday let's go to work look, my everyday let's be presentable look. I like it. Bye bye.